students, welcome back to our online video class. I hope all are fine with good health. Stay safe in your home. Please go through these online videos regularly from your home. Learn your lessons from your home. The last video session, we have been covering your chapter strings and string manipulation. We are going to carry out in the same chapter with few more topics. These are the topics we are going to cover today. String formatting operators, format function, built-in string function, membership operator. So these are the topics we are going to see today. The first topic is string formatting operator. One of the exciting future of Python. We have different types of formatting options. %s, %i, %d, etc. Every formatting operation is indicated by this percentage sign. They use this percentage sign as one of your formatting operator to construct strings in Python. What does this percentage operator do? It will replace the parts of the existing string with the data stored in variables. Right? Now they're given the syntax here. Print string to be displayed with %value1 and %value2. There are two values going to be printed on the screen. Based on the formatting string you're going to use, we can come to a conclusion what type of value you're going to print along with the string. Right? Let us take this example here. They have declared a string variable. String variable name is name. What's a string assumed to this name? Rajarajan. The next variable name is mark. The value assumed to mark is 98. Right? Print name %s and marks %d. What is name here? Variable name. Marks is also a variable name. What formatting operator will do? Replacing parts of the string with the data stored in variable. So I am going to replace this area with the data stored in name. What is the data stored in name? Rajarajan. Of course, Rajarajan is a string. So they use formatting string as %s. Marks is the variable name. And they are going to print %d. What is %d mean by here? They are going to print an integer for marks. These are the two variables used in your formatting operation. One is name and one is mark. So name contains the data string, mark contains the data integer. So string should be represented in your formatting operation as %s. Integer should be represented in the formatting operator as %d. So when you run this program, we will get the output like this. Name, Rajarajan, marks 98. Clear? Right? Let me show this on your PyCharm window. The same program, what you have been looking in your PowerPoint. Let me run this program and you get output like this. Name, Rajarajan and marks 98. Clear? Because Rajarajan is a string, in formatting string, %s represents it's a string. %d represents that value is a integer. Clear? Okay. The next one is escape sequence. You might have learned about your escape sequence in your Dev C++. Escape sequences are special characters prefixed with a \. Escape sequences are special characters prefixed with a backslash. Especially in Python, they use escape sequence in strings. Whenever, if your string contains any single quotes inside a string, all that single quotes inside the string must be escaped. Now look at the example here. Print. They said, what is there? This single quotes is used in the string. That single quotes inside the string should be escaped by giving a backslash. Then you will get output like this. They said, what is there? That apostrophe will be added to S if you add this escape sequence backslash. Clear? Then, format function. One of the most powerful and versatile function used in Python. When you use format function uses this pair of curly braces. This pair of curly braces will act as a placeholder or replacement field, which gets replaced along with format function. Now look at the example given here. They have declared two variables, num1, num2. For both the variables, the user is going to get the input from the user during the runtime of the program. You all know Python accepts only as a string. So we have to convert the given input to integer, then store in num1. So we have used your int function. So first input stored in num1, second input stored in your num2. Print. The sum of the first pair of curly braces will be acting as a placeholder for variable num1. The second pair of curly braces will be acting as a placeholder or replacement field for num2. The third pair of curly braces will be acting as a placeholder or replacement field for summing of these numbers num1 and num2. So we are using this format operation along with this curly braces. They are called as your placeholders. This format option is going to placehold for three variables, num1, num2, and the third is the placeholder for num1 plus num2. So these are the two values I'm going to enter. For number 1, it has been 34. Number 2, it has been 54. So the sum of 34 and 54 is 88. So the first pair of curly braces will act for number 1. The second pair of curly braces will act for number 2. The third pair of curly braces for this format function will act as a placeholder for summing your num1 and num2. Let me show this on your PyCharm window. The same program what you have seen in your PyCharm window. Let me run this program. So it's asking the user to input two numbers. Let me input 50, then 100. So the sum of 50 and 100 is 150. So the sum of is a string. The first pair of curly braces acting as a placeholder for number 1. The second place of curly braces acting for number 2. The third pair of curly braces acting as a placeholder for summing your numbers num1 and num2. Clear? Right? I said about escape sequence, the same concept. Here I have used my triple quotes. In Python, we can put a string under a single quotes or in double quotes or in triple quotes. Now I put under triple quotes. They said, what is there? So when what is there is used, they use your single quotes. In a string inside, if you are going to use your single quotes, it should be prefixed with a backslash. That is called escape sequence. Run your run your program. You'll get like this. They said, what is there? That single apostrophe has been added to what? Because we use this escape sequence backslash. Whenever there comes a single quotes on a given string, we have to use your backslash. Clear? Right? We'll push on to next. built-in string functions. You have learned about your built-in mathematical functions. Now you are going to learn in this lesson about built-in string functions. The first function is len. Len stands for length of the string. This function returns the length of the given string. How it is able to return the length of the given string? By counting the number of characters in the string. Let us take a string here. The string is corporation. It has been assumed to the string variable name called A. Print len of A. It is able to count the number of characters, len, and it is able to print 11 because the number of characters present in the given string is 11. Capitalize. It is used to capitalize the first character of the string. Let us take a string variable here. The string variable name is city. Chennai is a string assumed to city. Print city dot capitalize. What does capitalize function do? It is used to capitalize the first character of the string. Chennai's first character is C. That C will be capitalized. Then center. This built-in string function uses two arguments, width and fill char. Returns a string with the original string centered to the total number of width columns and filled with fill character in columns that do not have characters. Now let us take a string variable here. The string variable name is str1. Welcome is a string assumed to str1. Print within bracket they are given you str1 dot center. Two arguments. First argument is width. Second argument is fill character. What's a width? They are going to occupy on the screen 15. Total number of spaces. In this 15 width, original string will come to the center. The empty spaces in the width will be filled with star. Find. This is one of your inbuilt string function. What does this string function do? It is able to find the first occurrence of the given substring. This function is used to search the first occurrence of the substring in the given string. It returns the index at which the substring starts. It returns -1 if the substring does not occur in the string. Now let us take a string variable str1. Mammals is a string assumed to str1. str1 dot find this substring ma. Where does the substring ma comes? The substring ma occurs in the first occurrence in the 0th index. So it gives you 0 here. What does the 0 mean by here? It is present in 0th index. Suppose the substring what you try to find is not present, then you may get -1. It states that the substring what you asked to find in the given string does not exist. Let us look at all these 4 built-in functions first in your PyCharm window. Let me type print. First declare a string variable str1 equal to within double quotes welcome. Then print len of str1. Your len function is going to return the length of the given string. Of course, the length of the given string welcome is 7. So it returns 7 on the screen. Then print str1 dot capitalize 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 Sorry, it is typing in caps. L-I-Z-E. What does this capitalized function do? This capitalized function can return the first character of the string in capital letter. So the first character in the given string welcome is W. That letter is being capitalized. Clear? Then the next built-in function is center. Print, open your bracket, str1 dot center, open your bracket. I give 15, the same value, 15 comma, within single quotes, I give star. What does this function do? I said you very clearly. It is going to print the original string. This original string will be pushed to the center of the width. The width is 15. In this 15 width, the string will be pushed to the center. The remaining spaces will be occupied by what character? Star. Is it clear? So welcome, this is the original string, it's been pushed to the center. The remaining index spaces are been filled with star. Right? Then print str1 dot find. Within single quotes, I give WE. Okay. Run your program. It gives 0. Why does it give 0 here? The substring WE, what you have asked, starts from which index? 0th index, so it gives you 0. Suppose if I give MA, it gives you -1. Reason is the substring what you are asked to print does not exist in the given string. So -1 indicates the substring is not present in the given string welcome. Right? We'll push on to the next built-in functions. Is alphanumeric. Returns true if the string contains only letters and digits. Otherwise, it will return false. Any string contains any special characters like underscore, at, hash, star will not be taken. Clear? Is alpha returns true if the string contains only letters. Right? Is digit returns true if the string contains only numbers. Lower returns the exact copy of the string with the letters in lowercase. Clear? Then is lower. We have declared a string welcome to a string variable str1. Of course, the string what you have typed is in lowercase. If it is in lowercase, if you use is lower, it will print you true. Suppose if you are using is upper, the given string welcome is in lowercase. If you use is upper, it gives you false. Upper is one more inbuilt function. We have a difference between is upper and upper. Is upper is going to check whether the given string is in upper. But upper is a function which is going to convert your lowercase string to uppercase. Title returns a string in title case. That is, if you are using a string which contains one or two or more words, the first letter of that word will be capitalized. Swap case, it will change cases of every character to its opposite case, vice versa. Suppose if there is a given string Tamil Nadu, we have uppercase letters and lowercase letters. Wherever uppercase letter comes, it will convert to lowercase letters. Wherever lowercase letter comes, it will convert to uppercase letters. Let us see all the string functions in your PyCharm window. Let me delete and type the new strings here. str1 equal to, within double quotes, I type welcome. Right, the same string. That will be very easy to understand for you. Then print, open your bracket, str1 dot is alphanumeric, ALNUM. Right? Run it. You get true because alphanumeric accepts only letters and digits. Clear? Then suppose if I type here welcome 123, check out what does it do. Then also it returns true. Clear? Suppose if there is a space, check what happens. It returns false. No special characters are allowed. Space is also a special character. Clear? Then is alpha returns true if the string contains only letters. The same welcome here. Instead of is alpha numeric, I use is alpha, ALPHA. Definitely return true. Okay. Suppose if I use welcome 123 now, it may return false. Why? Letters are allowed, numerics are not allowed. The next one is digit. What is it written here? Any guess? False. Why? Because the given string contains letters as well as numbers, but is digit can accept only digits. Now take away your letters. Now run your program. You will get true. Clear? Then I am typing here welcome. Okay, I am going to use my lower function. Right? Right? So if the given string is in lower only. Suppose if you type in capital, run your program. Now your uppercase string is being converted to your lowercase. Clear? Are you able to follow? Suppose if I type this welcome in lowercase, now I use upper, UPPER. Right? Just look at the screen. What happens? It is able to convert your lowercase string to uppercase. Clear? Right? Then is lower. Of course, the given string variable str1 we have stored string welcome. It is in lowercase, so it should print you true. Yes. Suppose if I say is upper, definitely the given string variable str1 contains welcome, not in uppercase, in lowercase, so it should return you false. Clear? Then title, welcome to Python. Welcome to Python. I use now title, TITLE. So what does the title function do? Return string in title. That is, in this string we have totally 3 words. All the first letter of these words will be written in capital letter. Are you able to see? WTP. So title of the every word is being changed to uppercase. Clear? Then swap. Right? What does the swap function do? Swap, that is swap case, it will change every character to its opposite case. Wherever lowercase comes, change to uppercase. Wherever uppercase comes, change to lowercase. Please type in your small letter. Right? Now run your program. So wherever uppercase letter comes, it changes to a lowercase. Wherever lowercase letter comes, it changes to a uppercase. That is called swap case. Right? The next built-in function is your count. What does count do? Returns the number of substrings occur within the given range. Remember, the substring may be a single character also. Range has got beginning and end. Arguments are optional. If it is not given, Python search in whole string. Search is case sensitive. The next function is ORD. You already learned in your last few chapters what is ORD. This function can convert the given ASCII code to character. CHR, vice versa of your ORD, this function returns character represented by the ASCII. So if they use your ORD, what is CH? A variable. What's a string assumed to be CH? Capital A. For capital A, what's the ASCII value? 65. If I give 97 in CHR function, this numeric ASCII value will be converted to character. Here, character will be converted to numeric. Here, numeric will be converted to character. Right? Now, we'll see what is count function. Let me share my PyCharm window here. Let me type welcome to Python programming. Right? Then I just type print within bracket str1 dot count within bracket. I am going to use this letter. I am going to find. For example, we have E. Okay, O comes a lot of times in this string, so I just type O. Right? I am going to find how many times this character O comes on the given string by using your count function. Run it. O comes in the given string 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So count is able to count the number of substring occurrence in the given string. Clear? Right? Now we'll push on to the next topic. Membership operator. There are 2 types of membership operators used in Python. One is in and other one is not in. What does this operator do? This operator is used to determine whether a string is present in another string. Whether the string is present in another string. That is the role of in and not in operator in Python. Now look at this example. These are the 2 membership operators. Look at this example here. They have declared a string variable str1. str1 is equal to input enter a string. User enters a string. That string is stored in str1. Second string variable name is str2. Already the string variable contains a string Chennai. They are using your if-else conditional statement. If str2 in str1. Just now I said you in is a membership operator. What does this membership operator do? It determines whether the string is present in another string. In str2 we have a string called Chennai. Whether the same string Chennai is present in the first string. If it is present, we will get the message found. If it is not present, we will get the message not found. Clear? The next one is palindrome. What is palindrome? You all know this concept. If a given string is reversed, if you are able to get back the same string, then that string is called palindrome string. Clear? For example, madam is a string. If you reverse all these characters in the given string madam, you are able to get back the same string. So it is called palindrome string. Right? That's a concept, and we are going to learn this in the program. First, user is asked to enter a string. Let me imagine the string entered by the user in this program is madam. So madam is stored in str1. The second variable name is str2. For str2, they have assumed a blank space. Then third variable is index. For index, they have assumed the value as -1. So that totally three variables: str1, str2, index. Okay. For I in str1, you know, for loop can iterate any object. Now it is going to iterate the string str1. In str1, we contain a string madam. So it is going to iterate the first character. What's the first character in the string? M. That M will be iterated and kept in your I. Once it is iterated and kept in I, the for loop is going to work. str2 plus equal to str1 of index. The full form of this sentence is str2 equal to str2 plus str1 of index. At present, what's the index value? -1. So -1 means it's a negative indexing value. Negative indexing means string will be operated in reverse direction. And this -1 will be allocated to the last character in the present string. The present string is madam. In this present string madam, what's the last character? M. For this M, what's the character assumed? What's the index assumed? -1. So if I say str1 of index -1, str1 of -1. In str1 of -1, what's the character present? M. Add that M along with the blank space. str2, once this option gets over, str2 will contain the character M. Index minus equal to 1. That is, index is equal to index -1. Already index contains the value -1. -1 of -1, the index will change to -2. Get back to your for loop. Now, for loop will iterate the second character present in str1. What's the second character present in str1? A, and store in your I. str2 plus equal to str1 of index. In previous step, str2 has contained the character M. So M plus str1 of index. At present, the index value has changed from -1 to -2. The last step it was -1. In this step, it is -2. In -2, what's the character present? A. So add that character A with str. str2 already contains M. Add with M with A. So it becomes MA. Then the value of index will change from -2 to -3. Get back to your for loop. Now for loop will iterate the next character from str1. What's the third character from str1? D. And store in your I. str2 plus is equal to str1 of index. Already str2 contains the letter MA. str1 of index. At present, the index value is -3. In -3, we have the character D. Take that character D and add in your str2. So it becomes MAD. Now change the value of index from -1 to -3 to -4. Get back to your for loop for I in str1. This for loop is going to iterate the next character from str1. The next character is A and store in your I. str2 is equal to str2 plus is equal to str1 of index. Already str2 contains MAD. Right? Already str2 contains MAD. Now index of -4 contains A. Add that character with MAD, so it becomes MADA. Now change the index value from -4 to -5. Get back to your for loop. Now this for loop is going to iterate the next character present in str1 and store in your I. That is, in str1 of -5, we contain the character M. So that will be stored in your I. Now str2 plus equal to str1 of index. Already str2 contains MADA in reverse order. Now -5 index contains M. That character will be added to str2. So it will become MADAM. Go back to your for loop. There is no more characters to iterate from str1. So the for loop comes to an end. So it comes out of the block. When it comes out of the block, we have a print statement here. Print the given string is equal to, of course, in the previous few examples I said you about format function and this. What is the purpose of this curly brace? Curly braces are called as your placeholders. The first curly brace is going to be the placeholder for string 1. The second curly brace is going to be the placeholder for string 2. That is, this is the original string and this is your reverse string. And format function is going to print two strings on the screen. One is str1 and one is str2. What does str1 contain? Madam, the string entered by the user. What does str2 contain? The reverse order of the string. That is also madam. If both the strings are equal, this equal is called relational operator, or we can call it comparative operator. If both the strings are equal in if condition, it is true. If it is true, we'll get the message the string is palindrome. If reverse string is not equal to the string str1, then we'll get the message it is not a palindrome. Let me check out in your PyCharm window. I said you first example about in operator, isn't it? Okay, wow. Now run this program for your membership operator. I enter here. Welcome to Chennai. You get the message found. Why? Because in operator is just going to check whether the string present in other string. String 2 also already contains Chennai, whether the string present in str1. At present str1 what contains the string welcome to Chennai. Yes, Chennai is the string present even in str1. So you'll get the message found. So in operator determines whether the string is present in the second string, comparison string. Clear? Then the next program is your palindrome. Am I correct? Right? Whether the given string is palindrome or not, let me run this program. I explained you. It is asking the user to input a string. I type madam. So the given string is a palindrome. Once you reverse madam, we will get back the same madam. The given string is a palindrome. Let me run this program one more time. Let me type Chennai. Of course, this string is not a palindrome. Once you reverse, we cannot get back the same string. So the given string is not a palindrome. Clear? Right? We'll move on to next topic. Vowels and consonants in the given string. This is also a logic which states that input a string, remove the vowels, count the number of vowels and count the number of consonants in the given string. Apart from vowels, what all the characters we present, we call as consonants. Right? Now, there is a string variable name called str1. So, the input statement is going to receive a string from the user and store in your str1. The second string variable is str2. It contains a string like this. All your vowels replaced in uppercase letters and lowercase letters. The string entered by the user may contain uppercase letters or lowercase letters. So for that reason, they have assumed the string both in uppercase letters as well as in your lowercase letters. Two more variables, one is V and C. Both are assumed as 0 here initially. Right? Just imagine the string entered by the user is education. So education will be stored in your str1. Clear? For I in str1. So your for loop is going to iterate. Now, what iteration mean here? It is going to fetch character one by one from str1. What's the first character present in str1? In str1 of 0, we have E. It will fetch E and store in your I. Then loop will be executed here. It will come back. It will come inside your for loop. inside your for loop, we have if statement. If I in str2, here in is called the membership operator. It is going to determine whether the string present in I is also present in str2. What does I contain now? E. What does str2 contain now? A, E, I, O, all your vowels. If the given character in I is also present in str2, the condition is true in your if. The condition is true in your if V plus equal to 1. That is, we are saying E is a vowel. So counting of your V starts here. Else, C plus equal to 1. It is not a vowel, it's a constant. Right? So first time when it's executing, we are able to store the character E on I. In operator is able to find out that character present in I is matching with the str2. Yes. If it is yes, vowels is added. Right? Once the operation gets over here, it will get back to your for loop. Now for loop will iterate for the second character. The second character present is D, that is stored in your I. If I in str2, what does I contain now? D. What does str2 contain? The vowels. Whether the present character matches your string in str2. If it matches, you will get vowels to be counted. If it is not matching, we get C plus equal to 1. Of course, D is not a vowel. So consonants is C plus equal, means the value of C has been incremented to 1 now. Initially it was 0, now it is 1, 1. First time we count a vowel, second time we count an consonants. Like this process will continue for each and every step. So what are the vowels in the given string? E, U, A, I, O. Clear? So the total number of vowels in the given string is 5. Right? What are the consonants? Apart from these vowels, we have D, we have C, we have T, right? These are consonants. So total number of vowels will be 5 and total number of consonants will be 4. Education is the only letter or only word which contains all the vowels. Are you clear? Education is one of the word we can state very clearly which contains all the vowels. So this program will count down the number of vowels separately, number of consonants in the given string separate. Clear? At last, once for loop is able to iterate all the characters and keep in I, once the if condition is going to check whether it is a vowel or a constant, once this program gets over, at the end we contain some value in V, we contain some value in C. What does V contain? Vowels. What does C contain? Consonants. Clear? Right? We'll push on to next program. Removing vowels. The same concept here, but set in a different level. Of course, you have learned your functions. This program is based on function. What's your function name here? That is user-defined function name here. Remove vowels. REM underscore vowels. Right? So, user is asked to input a string. Let me input the same education. What you have looked in the last program. If I input education as string, that will be stored in str1 like this. Right? Remove vowels is the name of the user-defined function. This function will be called. How will you call your function? Functions can be called by its name. When you call the function, you pass this argument. What does str1 contain? It contains the string education. And this string is being passed on to the parameter s. Clear? Your parameter s in your user-defined function will receive that argument. What is this argument? str1. str contains what? String education. Clear? Inside this user-defined function, we have temp underscore str. It is your local variable. Of course, the variables what you declare inside your function is called local variable. At present, this local variable has been assumed with a blank space. For I in S. You know for loop can iterate any object. Now for loop is going to iterate yes. What is the first character present in yes? It is E. Iterate and keep in your I. Once this for loop is true, you come inside your block. If I in A, the same program, in previous program, this AEIO is been stored in a string variable. Now it has been directly applied here. What is in? represent in your if condition. In is called the membership operator. It is going to find whether the present string is there or not. It is going to determine whether the string is present in another string. I is a string which contains the letter now E. Whether this string is present in the other string. If it is present, this if condition will work. What does this if condition contain? Is a statement pass. In your control structures under your topic job statement, you have come across pass. Pass is called your null statement. We cannot leave any block in the program empty in Python. Some statement must be used. We use pass. Actually, pass is totally ignored by the compiler. The condition is true. The value, that is the character stored in I, is an alphabet. Your pass statement will execute. If the character stored in I is not a vowel, then it will come to your else part. Then try to increment temp underscore str plus is equal to I. The value of I will be incremented here. Okay, wow. That is whatever character which does not match with your vowel that is been stored in your temp str. Okay, wow. What's the, for example, in education, E is the first character. So it is an vowel. So your pass is executed. What about the second character? When your for loop is going to iterate the second character and keep in I, if condition is going to check that. If I in A, I, O. What does I contain now? D. It is not a vowel. So if becomes false. So it comes to your else part. Temp underscore str plus is equal to I. What does temp str contain? A blank space. What does I contain right now? D. That will be added to your temp str variable. So this process will continue until for loop is going to iterate all the characters from S and store in your I. Then if condition is going to check the character present in I is a vowel. If it is vowel, it will pass up. If it is not a vowel, it is going to add the remaining characters and keep in the variable name called str, temp str. Clear? Let me share this on your PyCharm window. First program I said you about counting number of vowels and consonants. I'm correct? Right? Run this program. Program to count the number of vowels and consonants. Here I type here education. Right? So the given string contains 5 vowels and 4 consonants. Clear? Right? Next program is removing the vowels. Correct? Yeah. This program. Run it. I type the same education because it is familiar to understand. So I type education here. So all the vowels have been removed. The remaining characters are shown on the screen. Okay, wow. Right? And this is the last program in this lesson. To find number of occurrence of a character in a given string. This program is also written with the help of your functions. Here, my function name is count. And I'm going to get 2 inputs from the user. The first input is stored in str1. The second input is stored in your ch. str1, I'm going to enter a string. Let me assume the string entered by the user is welcome. So welcome will be stored in your str1. Right? Then the second input is going to be a single character, what I enter. That single character will be stored in your ch. Let me imagine the single character entered by the user is E, that is stored in your ch. Then cnt is the third variable. Okay, wow, equal to count. What is count here? Name of your user-defined function. What is str1 and ch? They are called as your arguments. We can call as a required arguments. Right? This required arguments will be passed on to your user-defined function called count, where str1 argument is being passed to S, ch is being passed to C. What does S contain now? The string welcome. What does C contain now? The character E. Clear? Inside your count user-defined function, I have declared a variable name called C1. It's a local variable. What is the value assumed to this local variable? 0. For I in S. You know for loop is going to iterate every character from S one by one. If it is going to iterate, what's the first character present in S? Of course, it is W will be iterated and kept in your I. If I equal to C. What does C contain now? E. This is the character I am going to find in the given string. How many times the E has occurred in the given string? So what does C contain now? E. If I is equal to C, what does I contain? W. And what does C contain? E. I is equal to C. Condition is true or false? Condition is false. The condition is false. Get back to your for loop. For loop is going to iterate the next character from the S. The next character present in S is E and store in your I. If I is equal to C, what does I contain? E. What does C contain? E. Is equal to, condition is true. So the condition is true if condition is going to work. C plus equal to 1. C1 is equal to C1 plus 1. What does C1 contain already? 0. At present we are going to add 1. So the value of C1 will become 1 in this step. Go back to your for loop. For loop will iterate for the next character. Next character is L. Store in your I. Check in your if condition. If I equal to C, L equal to E, false. Iterate for the next. The fourth character present in S is C. Store in your I. Check in your if. I equal to C. I contains C. C contains the character E. Both are not matching, so it is false. Get back to your loop. For loop will iterate the next character O and store in your I. If I is equal to C, what does I contain? O. What does C contain? E. It does not match. Go back to your for loop. Iterate the next element M. Match. It is not matching. Next element E will be kept in your I. If I equal to C, now I contains the character E. C also contains the character E. Both are matching. The both are matching. Condition is true. The condition is true. If condition is going to work out, C1 is equal to C1 plus 1. Already we have found out E in index 1. Now we are finding the index in 6th position. Both will be added. That is, already C1 contains the value 1. Along with the value 1, 1 is going to be added. So 1 plus 1, 2. Right? Return C1. Once this process gets over, you quit the block and come out of your for block. When it comes to the for block, return C1. This value will be passed down to the count function here, and that value will be stored in your CNT. Of course, the character is occurring this much of times. The first curly braces of your format block is used for the variable count, okay, str1. The second is used for ch, and the third is used for number of characters. The character to be searched is stored in your CNT. Clear? Suppose if I enter the string welcome here, the character to be searched is E. So the given character is occurring 2 times in the given string. Clear? Let me run this program on your PyCharm window. Right? Run it. It's asking the user to input the string. I just type welcome. Character to be searched, E. So it shows you the character occurs in the given string welcome 2 times. So that's the character to be searched. E is the character to be searched. Clear? Right? This is the end of your lesson. We have completed 4 chapters in Unit 2, and your Unit 2 is completed. This is your assignment question. Please do this assignment in your classwork. What all the assignments I am giving to you, please do it in your classwork. For your internal assessment marks, a separate assignment will be given. Clear? This is the second part of your assignment. Please even take down this assignment and do in your classwork. I repeat one more time. Assignments, what I show you on my video presentation, must be written on your classwork. Clear? For your internal assessment, I'll give you a separate thing, separate set of questions. Clear? Thank you for observing this video session. We'll meet in the next video session. Thank you.